Hi.
Hi, friends. Good morning to everybody. Well, let's begin our class. Today is Wednesday, but you know that. And from the previous class, we had some things pending the homework that we always assign. This time it was dealing with conditional sentences. So the exercise provides you with the beginning of the conditionals, and you had to finish with your own ideas. For example, in number one, it says, if I lived in the country, and you, you were supposed to continue the idea. The second was the milk would have turned sour if, and you had to finish with your own ideas. So let's check this. I'm going to show you the exercise in case you don't have it. Excuse me just a minute. Where is it? Here. Complete it, yes, complete the conditionals. Let's make it bigger. This was a homework, so let's check it. Number one, if I lived in the country, what? Who can answer this orally? You don't have to write anything. You can tell me orally. If I lived in the country, I
Would learn other language.
would learn other language. Why? It doesn't make much sense to me. Ah, yes. Oh my God. Sorry. I understand now. Yes, because yes. Your answer is correct. Yes, because if you live, for example, in Germany, you learn German. Yes. I understand. Very good. So if I lived in, but what is the problem? The problem is if I lived in the country, no, if I lived in another country. That is the problem. Do you understand? This country doesn't mean uh, another country. It means the opposite of city. If I lived in the country is if I lived in, how could I say that? Yes, maybe that was a countryside. Yes. So the idea of I would learn another language is not appropriate with the beginning of the sentence. Does any one of you have a different answer?
Me, for example,
Yes,
I'm Laura.
Laura. Okay, friend.
I put I would buy a farm.
I like that better. Yes, I like that better. If I lived in the country, I would buy a farm. Yes. If I lived in the country, I would build what? A rural hotel, for example. Something like that. But the important thing is, number one, the grammatical structure, right? Imagine that you are in the exam. The important thing is this condition, if I lived, is condition number two. It's the second conditional. The condition is in past, lived, and the other part is the combination of would and the verb, any verb, the verb I choose, but in simple form. If I lived in the country, I would buy uh, what? I don't remember your example. A house or something, a farm. I would buy a farm. So this is conditional number two. The condition in simple past and the main clause, the combination would and the simple form of the verb. In this case, I would buy. Number two, the milk would have turned sour if what? Who can finish this idea?
Me, Jerry.
Yes, please.
Well, I put if I hadn't put it in the fridge.
Aha, yes, yes, good, good. If I hadn't put it in the fridge, yes, because this is conditional number 3. The condition has to be in past perfect. If I hadn't put it in the fridge. Excellent, Jose. 3. If you took a course in computer programming, this is condition number 2. The condition is in past. I need a would and simple form of the verb. If you took a course in computer programming, what?
You would repair my laptop.
Aha, you would.
Repair my laptop.
Yes, very good. You would repair my laptop. Excellent, excellent. If you took a course in computer programming, you would repair my laptop. Yes, very good. Number 4, I could have walked more quickly. I could have walked. Synonym to would have walked. It means that this condition is the third conditional. If you, I could have walked more quickly if, and now I need a past perfect. If what?
If my shoes had been my size.
Yes, excellent. If my shoes had been my size. Excellent. Good idea. Yes. 5. You, it's you. No, it must be your. There is a mistake in number 5. Your job sounds awful. If I were you, conditional number 2, the condition in past, the other part, the combination of would and simple form of the verb. If I were you, what?
I would look for a new job.
Yes, excellent. If I were you, I would look for another job. Yes, very good. 6. They would have paid you more if they would have paid you more. It means, friends, that this is conditional number 3. So I need the condition in past perfect. They would have paid you more if.
If the products had been the better quality.
If, could you repeat?
Okay. If the product had been the better quality.
Aha. If the product had been of a better quality. Yes, yes, very good idea.
Okay, Jerry, thank you.
Thank you, because this is a difficult one. I mean, ideas for this. They would have paid you more. They would have paid you more. For example, if you had a university degree, if you had studied English, that's a good. They would have paid you more if you had the Cambridge certificate. Well, now number 7. If there was a power strike, there was is simple past. If there was a power strike, what? What?
We wouldn't be able to turn on the light.
Could you repeat? Yes.
We wouldn't be able to turn on the light.
Aha, aha. We wouldn't be able to turn on the light. But
I thought that word strike mean un apagón or
no. Well, it can be many things. It can be many things. If you take it in that sense, your sentence is right. Because another possible translation could be un golpe de qué? Un golpe en el gobierno, something like that could be. But if you take it as electricity, it could be good. Normally, a power strike is considered to be, I'm looking for a possible translation in Spanish, un golpe en el poder. Golpe de Estado también. Could be golpe de Estado, maybe. Yes. So in this case, it's not connected with electricity, right? So it depends on how you understand a power strike. But this is not important to me, you know, today. The important thing to me is that you made the correct grammatical combination, because this is what Cambridge is going to evaluate. Cambridge understand that maybe you don't know the concept of power strike, and they would accept your answer. So no problem with that. 8. If you tell this to anyone, if you tell the verb is in simple present, I need will in next. If you tell this to anyone, what? Possibilities.
I will be angry with you.
Excellent. Excellent. If you tell this to anyone, I'll be angry with you. 9. If you don't like films, if you don't like simple present, why?
Will you go to the cinema?
Tonight. Yes, yes. Yes. If you don't like films, why will you go to the cinema tonight? Yes, very good. 10. I would have been able to win the match. Would have been. This is conditional 3. If I need a past perfect. If what?
If I had concentrated better.
Yes. If I had concentrated better. Yes, because this is past perfect. Excellent. 11. If the weather clears up, if the weather clears present, I need the future. If the weather clears up, what?
We can go to the park.
Yes, we can go to the party. Very good. Or we will go to the party. Both are perfect. Now, 12. If John hadn't eaten those mushrooms, hadn't eaten, past perfect. So the conditional is in past perfect. I need a combination of would, have, etc. If John hadn't eaten those mushrooms, what?
He wouldn't have been ill.
Excellent. He wouldn't have been ill. 13. She would have received, again, conditional number 3, third conditional. She would have received the letter if I need a past perfect.
If you had sent it.
Yes, yes, yes. She would have received the letter if you had sent it, boy, but you didn't. Excellent. 14. I'll buy you a box of chocolates. I'll buy, so this is future. I need a present in the condition. I'll buy you a box of chocolates if.
If you are a good boy.
Good. Simple present, yes. If you are a good boy, if you passed your exams, etc. 15. If I was an animal, remember the characteristic of conditionals. Here in 15, I can say if I was, which is correct, or if I were, something that is not correct in other circumstances, but in the conditional where is acceptable for everybody. You can say, if I was an animal or if I were an animal. Anyway, the condition is in simple past. So the other part needs to use would in combination with a verb in simple form. If I was an animal, what?
I would like to be a panda.
Yes, very good. I would like to be a panda bear. Yes, thank you, friends. Thank you for your contribution. I think that if you are able to finish a sentence, why to finish? Because I give you the beginning, so you have restrictions, right? And you do it well, is because you really understood the problems with the conditional sentences that is going to be evaluated in your Cambridge exam. The other part of the homework, because we are still in the homework, my God, the other part of the homework is in the student's book, page 48. Let me see the student's book. Page 88, let me see. 48, sorry. 48. Here you have exercise. What exercise is it? Number 2, this exercise here. Because this is the other aspect we studied in this unit. We studied how to express wish. How to tell someone else my wishes. And there are 2 forms of expressing wish in English. I can say, I wish, right? Or I can say, if only. Both express wish. And both work in the same grammatical form. If I wish something for the present, remember that my verb is going to be in simple past. I wish I had money. See, that is something that I need now, but my verb is in past, because this is the grammatical rule of expressing wish. I wish I had money. Now had. Similar with if only. If only I had money now. But the verb is in past, simple. Some people translate I wish, ojalá, if only, si al menos. Not always which it begins with I. Sometimes we are referring to someone else. For example, a girl, and then you say she. But she is the third person singular. And we have to add s to the verb when you are speaking in present, which is the case. In that case, you say she wishes. I wish, she wishes, he wishes, it wishes, we wish, they wish, you wish, I wish, she wishes. Right? That's it. But we continue in the same way, right? If the wish is in present, the verb is in past. If you are referring to something you wish, right, for the future, in that case, you don't use the verb in simple past. You use the combination would and the verb in simple form. I wish she wouldn't snore. I wish she wouldn't snore at night. See that? She wouldn't snore. Normally, this combination, friends, I wish and would, is to express something that you that you want desperately. Because if you translate that, I wish she wouldn't snore, it's like, ay, ojalá que ella no roncara. Right? Es un deseo que tengo, un anhelo. Right? This is perfect for that. I wish she would love me. So, see that? Good. Well, now, and you can say if only. If only she wouldn't snore at night. Because I wish if only is the same. Sometimes my which is about something in the past which is impossible to solve because it happened in the past, it finished in the past. And I can use which, right? When I say I wish, but now the verb is in past perfect. Because if I use simple past, I am expressing a which in present. So I have to use the past perfect. I wish I had passed my examinations. I didn't. I wish I had passed. If only I had passed. With hope, if you remember, is something that is very optimistic. ¿No? Es tener esperanza, es esperar con esperanzas, so it's optimistic. And normally we are optimistic about something in the future. And so that's why we use it normally, not always, but normally with will. I hope I will pass my examination next month. I hope I will pass my exam. We never use will with which, as you can see, which, the verb in simple past, when it is present, which for, and would, when the which is about the future or something you want to happen, but you are not very optimistic, because hope is very optimistic, but which normally is pessimistic. When I say, I wish she wouldn't snore at night, which in Spanish is, ojalá que no roncara, es que ronca, no tengo muchas esperanzas. So it's which is that. That is the principal characteristic. You are a little bit pessimistic about things. However, hope is the contrary. And that is maybe the principal difference between hope, apart from grammar, hope and which. And that's why we assign exercise number 2 on page 48 in the workbook. It says, complete each sentence with which or hope. And then number 1 is the example. I hope you understand. Observe that the verb is in present simple. We never use which with present simple, remember. So it has to be hope. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Number 2, my class has entered a competition and we have won first prize. What did you write in this blank? Which for Celia, hope for Jose, which for Alex, and Laura is which, and Gemma is hope. Well, the answer is hope. Hope. Friends, remember, we never use which with present perfect. We use wish with past, which, would, which, past perfect, but never present perfect. So this is hope. Number 3, I blank, you could come to New York with us, but I know your parents won't let you. Observe this, but I know your parents won't let you, pero sé que tus papás no te lo van a dejar hacer. Soy un poquito pesimista. What is the answer in number 3? Hope for Gemma, which for Celia, which for Alex. Okay, nobody else? Okay, well, it is wish. Which. No soy. Sí, es wish. Porque es que dice, pero yo sé que tus papás no te van a dejar. Soy pesimista. Yes. Además, tengo el pasado de can. Tengo could come. Ese could come podría ser would come, o sea, trabajan igual. Hemos visto que es la gramática, una de las gramáticas aceptadas para which. Ojalá pudieras venir. Well, 4, I blank, Yusuf will be back in time for dinner because I've cooked his favorite meal. Si yo le he cocinado su plato favorito, yo soy bastante optimista de que venga. Hope Gemma, hope Celia, hope Alex. Después veo que hay un futuro con Will y ya tengo todo. Hope Laura, hope Jose. Yes, hope is correct. Number 5, I blank, I'm not disturbing you, but I need to talk to you. I am not disturbing you. Hope Celia, hope Alex, hope Gemma, and Jose Hope, and Laura Hope. Yes, yes. I am optimistic, number 1. And second, it is in present. I am not. It's negative but present. We never use which with present. Now, number 6, we all blank. You were here because we missed you. What do you use, hope or wish? Wish for Celia, wish for Jose, wish for Alex, and for Gemma, wish, and for Laura, which is correct. 7, I blank, someone would invent a mobile phone that would work everywhere. Which for Gemma, and for Alex, and for Jose, which, and for Celia, and Laura. Yes, I wish. Excellent. 8, I blank, you had a good time on your trip to Thailand. Be careful, the verb is in past, so it can be one or the other, but the answer is, according to Gemma, hope Celia, hope Laura, hope, and Alex, hope, and nobody? Okay, well, this is correct. I hope is optimistic. 9, I blank, I hadn't said exactly what I thought. Which Laura, which Gemma, which Celia, and Alex wish, Jose wish. Yes. 10, I blank, Anton wouldn't watch TV all the time. Which for Gemma, which for Celia, which for Laura, and Alex wish, and Jose wish. Excellent, friends. Very good. So in number 2 is hope. In number 3 is wish. In number 4 is hope. In number 5 is hope. In number 6 is wish. In number 7 is wish. In number 8 is hope. 9 and 10, wish. And we finally finished the homework. Now let's go to page 135. 135 in your beautiful books. Let's see that. Student's book, page 135. Here, because we have the speaking, something that Jose likes a lot. Speaking, part 3, the conversation, and part 4. Jose, I know your thoughts. I can read your thoughts. Speaking, part 3, the conversation, and part 4, opinions, asking about your opinion. In exercise 1, the instruction says work in pairs. Well, ridiculous, because we can't. Look at the speaking task below and listen to Miguel and Irene, Irene, because they are Spanish, doing the task. And you have to question, what is going wrong? Second, what can Irene do to put things right? What can she do to rectify things? And then you have the diagram, typical diagram of your future speaking exam, part 3, conversation, with a question in central position. What would students find interesting, and not only interesting, and useful about each of these subjects? The subjects are choosing a pet. Why do you think that students can find choosing a pet interesting and useful? Protecting animals in danger. How can these be interesting and useful for students? How animals communicate. Strange and amazing animals. And finally, working with animals. And then, friends, we are in an exam with no idea about this, and the teacher wants me and the other student to establish a conversation, to be speaking about 2 minutes about this topic, and maybe you think, how can I solve this big problem? There is no way. The only way of passing this part of the exam is how much you speak English in class. Because one of the characteristics of speaking about the topics the teachers wants, not the topic I want. Huh? I, student, normally it is the topic that the teacher imposed. Huh? What a tragedy. The only way of passing the exam is adapting to the situation, because we don't want to die like the dinosaurs. We want to survive like the cockroaches. So we have to adapt to the circumstances, and we have to speak. Anything, but you have to speak. This is our exam today. Choosing a pet. How can this be interesting? Well, you know, young people love animals, and old people too. I love animals, right? So choosing a pet is always fantastic, but how can this be useful? Well, imagine it is not the same choosing a horse as a pet than choosing a cat. Huh? There is a big difference. And now protecting animals in dangers. You can speak about here how important animals are, that if one species of animal disappears, it is going to have consequences to the rest of the animals. And I'm sorry, but we are animals too. Now, how animals communicate. I think that this is the weakest point in the conversation. How can this be interesting to me? The way dogs communicate among each other, or the ways cats communicate to each other. That's not very interesting to me, because I don't want to be a biologist in the future. I'm not going to study animals, right? But you have to talk about that. You can say that. You can say your opinion, that you don't think this is very interesting for young people. And the teacher are going to accept that. Strange and amazing animals. Yes, this is something that appeals to young people, and I think to everybody a lot, right? You feel attraction to see those strange animals like giraffes and rhinos and hippos. They are strange and amazing. Elephants, because they are very big. So it is interesting and useful. Who knows? I don't know. Use your imagination. Working with animals, sensational, I think, but I don't know the opinion of other people. So if the student in the exams consider that this is not interesting or useful, the teachers are going to accept it. Remember, the teachers are not evaluating you on biology or things like that. They are evaluating you in your level of English to establish a conversation with another person. Okay, anyway, thanks God, we have examples of people taking this. I'm going to play it to you, Miguel and Irene in the conversation, and you have to answer two questions, right? What's going wrong, number one? What can Irene do to put things right? ¿Qué puede hacer ella para, ¿cómo se dice en español? El entuerto. ¿Qué se hace con un entuerto? Enmendar un entuerto. José, ¿qué se dice? Arreglar un entuerto. Okay, very good. Para arreglarlo. Okay, José. Thank you very much. So let's listen to these people taking the exam, and please pay attention, because you have to take the exam too, so they can give you ideas. what is happening here in this conversation? Question 1, what is going wrong? Who can tell me what is going wrong in this conversation?
Miguel is always talking and he haven't and Irene
He doesn't allow.
hasn't the opportunity of talk.
Yes, he doesn't give a chance
Yeah.
to Irene to participate in the conversation. Yes. Can you read Jose Luis' note? Yes, Gemma, very good. But did you read Jose Luis' note? Menudo plomo de tío. Friends, imagine that you are in the United States studying Spanish and you spend 10 years studying Spanish in North America, and one day you decide to come to Madrid and you begin speaking Spanish. You're Spanish, you are not Spanish, you are American, and you begin trying to practice your Spanish with Jose Luis. And then Jose Luis tells the poor English North American man that he's a plomo. Can you imagine the face of the American guy? So Gemma, poor Gemma is trying to explain to me the meaning of plomo. Gemma, yo entendí lo que quería decir plomo, o sea, porque el plomo es muy pesado. Pero se imagina la cara del pobre americano que llegue a España y su primer intento de por fin, luego de 10 años estudiando inglés, pueden practicar un poquito, estudiando español. Llega aquí lleno de ánimo, se encuentra con José Luis ahí en el centro de Madrid y dice, caramba, con este señor voy a practicar mi español. Y José Luis le sale con eso de que este tío es un plomo. Primero, este tío, el chico empieza, uncle, hermano de la mamá, hermano del papá, es un tío. Y plomo, debe ser que trabaja en la fundición de plomo. Mi Dios. Well, pero ya yo entendí, a mí me sirve de lección, ya yo sé que yo puedo decir que alguien es un plomo. Okay, good. Well, friends, so yes, the answer is perfect. The problem is that Miguel wants to show up. He wants to show up. He wants to impress the English teachers. He wants to get excellent grades, but he's not permitting. Permitting is to allow. He's not allowing the poor Irene to participate. Friends, this happens in your exams sometimes. You have to be prepared for that. There are many people taking the exams that they want to speak. They don't want to have a conversation. They want to speak, to demonstrate that they are very fluent. But what about you? What about Irene, poor girl? The second question is, what can Irene do to put things right? Opinions. El chico del plomo. Jose, what is your opinion?
My opinion? For what?
How do you think, Jose, that Irene can put things right? How can she?
If I were Irene, I kick off the leg of the of the Miguel and say, shut up and let me say something.
Of course, yes. Jose, you have to do something.
Okay, claro.
Because if you don't do something, you are not going to pass. You need to talk.
Okay.
So but you have to be polite. Kicking another person in an exam.
You must very clever in this. I think in this speaking very clever and stop your partner and to try to put your own sentences.
Yes, 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 exactly. Politely,
Or not.
but you have to interrupt. Friends, listen, everybody. Listen to me. Jose, Celia, Gemma, Laura, everybody listen. This happens in your exams in a lot of occasions. You can't imagine. What is the typical person? Well, this is the typical Spanish boy or girl who has been working in London or in Liverpool or in Manchester for a year or 9 months, working as a waiter or waitress or a babysitter or something like that. Yes. And they have, of course, developed a beautiful skills in speaking. They can communicate in English. And they come to Spain again. They want the certificate because they needed to go back to England. They need the Cambridge certificates and they take the exam with no preparation, with no classes like you. So they don't have idea that the teachers are evaluating not only your fluency in English. No, no, no. They are evaluating your fluency and they are evaluating that you can establish a polite, beautiful, kind, gentile conversation with another person, right? As they don't know, they try to speak and speak and speak and they forget about you. If that happens, you have to do something. Listen to the continuation of this. I'm sorry, a minute. You know that this part is in your WhatsApp group. I sent it to you, the first part. Let's listen to the second. See that, friends? She interrupted the boy, and you have to learn to do this also. You are not going to fight the person, but you are going to say yes, because people love yes. Huh? Never say no, because people get angry. And you don't want an argument, discussion. You don't want an argument with the other guy or the other girl, right? You say yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you agree, give your opinion. If you disagree, yes, but. Yes, but. And you continue because the person is going to pass the exam and you are not. So you have to interrupt. Is this the only problem you can have in exams? No, sometimes the problem is that the other person doesn't speak. It can happen. The other person gets a shock, gets very nervous, and is not able to speak. In that case, you have to continue with the conversation yourself. Always giving a chance to the other person to speak. Always asking, do you agree? What's your opinion? Always, right? And when you see that the other person is not able to speak, you continue with your exam. Don't stop. Don't stop. You continue with your exam. Of course, this is really, really exhausting. You finish the exam very nervous and very tired because you had all the conversation for you, but you have to do it, right? Well, good. So Irene finally decided to interrupt Miguel, and she said, yes, but because she needs to speak. You have this part of the conversation in your WhatsApp because maybe in the future you will need to revise this again. Now, in exercise number 2 in your books, exercise 2, it says, now listen to Miguel and Irene doing the task again. What phrases does Irene use to interrupt? What are the exact phrases? They are 2 phrases. I'm going to repeat it because I want you to tell me exactly the 2 phrases that she uses. What is the phrase? Yes, I agree for Celia. Excellent. This is the phrase you are going to use to interrupt when you agree with the person. When you agree. The interruption is, yes, and you have to speak loud, right? For everybody to hear. And for the other person to shut up his mouth. Yes, I agree, blah, blah, blah. And you give your opinion. This is only in the case that you agree with what the other person is saying. Not always you agree. Ah, yes, Laura, you can say, yes, you are right. This is a synonym, yes. And this is the second phrase. The phrase that Laura mentioned before. Yes, you are right, but this is that you disagree a little bit about what the person is saying, that you have a different opinion, I mean. So you have 2 expressions, 2 phrases that you can use. Yes, yes, I agree. And then you give your opinion, which coincides with the person, because I agree is that you coincide. And if you don't, I mean, if you disagree, you can use a second phrase. Yes, you are right. This is important. Yes, you are right, because people feel comfortable, you know. People feel comfortable when you say, yes, you are right. People feel happy. Yes, you are right, but, and then you introduce your opposite idea, right? That is 2 expressions you can use to solve this problem. Now, what is the second part? Because now the 2 students finish their conversation 2 minutes, but after the conversation, there is part 4. Part 4. Listen to part 4, the teacher intervention. See that? This is the part 4. So you have to give opinions, right? You have 1 minute for continuing the conversation and give opinions. So you have 5 topics: choosing a pet, protecting animals in danger, how animals communicate, strange and amazing animals, working with animals. You have 5 topics, but now in another conversation again, only 1 minute, you have to agree about the 2 most, what she says, the 2 most important, I think, of them in a conversation. Yes?
The speaking is not only what we listened before, no?
No,
We
exactly.
have more parts of them.
They are 4 parts in reality, yes. 4 parts.
Okay.
Well, friends, that's it. That is something I'm going to evaluate in the future. So I want you to prepare for the speaking. This, not today, because I prefer you to prepare, right? I don't want to feel nervous or nothing. Next class, no. I mean, next class is on Monday next week, no. But I'm going to examine this speaking on Wednesday next week. So everybody copy that in your notebooks, that next Wednesday we are taking this speaking exam, right? We are going to take part 3 only, no part 4, right? Only part 3, the conversation, 2 minutes. Why not on Monday? Yes, the same, Laura, the same, yes, the same topic, exactly. It is going to be on Wednesday, not on Monday, because on Monday we are taking our mock test number 6. So I need you to study what? I need you to study use of English, use of all the use of English exercises that you have in the books and workbooks from unit 1 to 12, all the use of English that I have given you in copies and that you have on the WhatsApp group, all the use of English practice that we have done in classes, check them, revise them, analyze the mistakes you made in the past, study for the exam that we are having on Monday. And now what? Now we are going to page 139. Let's go there. Page 139 in your books, because on page 139 we have the vocabulary and grammar review of unit number 12. Here. And the first exercise, of course, everything is about the topics we studied in unit 12. The vocabulary in this case is connected with unit 12. For question 1 to 6, read the text, read this text, and decide which answer A, B, C, or D best fits each gap. So it's typical of the use of English exams. Typical. This is the typical use of English exam part 1. They give you text blanks and you have to choose A, B, C, or D. We are going to begin with the vocabulary only, but as soon as you finish, when you finish, send me a little message, please. Celia finished. Very good. Very fast. And also Laura and Jose. Very good. And Gemma finished. Excellent. And what about Alex? Alex finished. Very good. So, due to the destruction of their natural habitats, more and more animals need to be in number one. What is your letter? A, B, C, or D? B for Alex, B for Gemma, B for Jose, B for Laura, B for Celia. Yes, yes, B is protected. Very good, Laura. Protected. So need to be protected by creating nature reserves and passing laws. The laws are often designed to, number two, A, B, C, or D. What's your opinion in number two? Well, for Laura is C, for Celia is C, for Gemma is D, for Celia is A, sorry. For Alex is C, for Jose is C, and the answer is prevent. C, prevent. Designed to prevent farmers from. You have the preposition from, so prevent from is perfect here. Prevent farmers from using land where rare species live. The idea is that humans and animals, number three, A, B, C, or D, A for Alex, A for Gemma, A for Jose, and Laura A. Yes, yes, it is A. Avoid. Avoid coming into conflict by not competing for the same land. Sometimes local people complain about losing farmland to nature reserves. However, jobs are often created for game wardens whose job is to, number four, A, B, C, or D. Number four, D for Gemma, D for Jose, D for Laura, and Alex D and Ophelia D. Yes, supervise. Supervise. Very good. Number four, the nature reserves to make sure everything functions correctly. Other people get jobs selling tickets to visitors, and there are also jobs for people to, number five, A for Gemma, A for Jose, A for Laura Diaz, and Alex A, and Celia A. A is correct. Check. Check the tickets as the visitor pass the entrance. In nature reserves containing dangerous animals, it may only be possible to visit them by car. And wardens need to, number six, A, B, C, or D, A for Gemma, B for Celia, B for Laura, and Alex B, and Jose B. Very good. B is the answer. Control the number of cars entering. Very good. Let's go to grammar. The second part. Let's go to grammar. It's exercise number 2, the same page. Complete these sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. In some sentences, more than one answer is possible. Look at they are conditionals, right? So let's work. When you finish, send me a message. I want you to observe that they are 12 sentences. They are in total 12. Laura finished? Good. Laura finished, Jose finished, Gemma finished, Celia finished. Very good. So let's check this. It says, well, the lions wouldn't have attacked us if they what? Hadn't been Alex, hadn't been Celia, hadn't been Laura. Hadn't been Jose, hadn't been Gemma. Very good. Excellent. Hadn't been so hungry. Number two, I wish, this is the problem of wish. Remember, I wish it summer. Then we could go to the beach. What is the verb in the blank? Was Laura, was Celia, was or were Alex, was Gemma, was or were Jose. Everybody is okay. Was or were. Thank you, Jose. Very good. Both are acceptable. Yes, very good. Alex, both are acceptable. 3, if my math teacher blank ill at the moment, well, what is it? Hadn't been for Laura, wasn't Gemma, Alex wasn't, and Jose had been, and Celia was, well, I think negative is better, you know. If my math teacher,
But
yes,
in other sentences, the verb specificate that is negative.
yes,
I
yes, you are right. Yes, Celia, thank you. You are right. Normally they give a no, but or not for you to know that is negative. Yes. And now you can make something with the second. The problem is that I don't see the logic if it is not negative, you know. But you are right. You are correct. When they need or they want a negative, they say not, and then the verb, which is the logical procedure, and they give nothing here. So if the math teacher, imagine that affirmative, was or were ill, why was or were? Why simple past and not past perfect? Because it is at the moment. You see that? So what they want here is this strange combination of two different conditionals that we call mixed conditional, because it's at the moment. If my teacher was where, I prefer negative, but Celia is all right. But I prefer negative to make sense. If my math teacher wasn't ill at the moment, para que en español diga, si mi profesora de matemáticas no estuviese enfermita ahora, en este momento, porque si no diría algo como, si mi profesora de matemáticas no hubiera estado enferma en este momento, no match, no enlaza. Esto puede pasar en el examen y tengo que ponerle cuidado. Es at the moment. Entonces quieren que yo haga una mixed conditional empezando con la segunda, el verbo en pasado, la condición, perdone, en pasado. Puede ser was not o were not. Es verdad lo que dice Celia. Cuando ellos quieren un no, me ponen un not y así lo van a hacer en el examen. Aquí no me lo han puesto. Me parece que es un error del libro. Es que si lo pongo afirmativo no me make sense. No tiene sentido. Creo. Porque diría algo así como si mi profesora de matemáticas estuviese enferma en este momento. Si mi profesora de matemáticas estuviese enferma en este momento, ¿cómo tiene lógica lo que sigue? Porque lo que sigue dice, we, a math test yesterday. Si una parte era at the moment, ahora, la otra es ayer. Ven cómo es casi obvio que tengo que trabajar con la mezclada, mixed conditional. Pero ¿qué pusieron en la segunda? We what? We would have had for Laura Diaz, would have had for Alex, wouldn't have done for Jose, would have had for Gemma. Ok, yo creo que would have had es lo ideal. We would have had a math test yesterday. Por eso creo que la negación al principio tiene más lógica cuando diría, si mi profesora de matemáticas no estuviera, ¿ves? No, pero necesito un no. Porque si pongo que estuviera, a ver cómo lo traduzco. Si mi profesora de matemáticas estuviera enferma en este momento, habríamos tenido un examen de matemática ayer. Eso no juega. Pero si
Yo lo
digo,
entiendo, perdón,
sí,
yo lo entiendo como que, o sea, yo sí le veo el sentido porque si el examen lo iban a hacer hoy y la profesora estaba enferma, si lo hubieran hecho ayer no tendrían problemas para hacerlo hoy.
a ver,
¿Me entiendes?
si mi profesora de matemática estuviera enferma en este momento, nosotros habríamos tenido el examen
Ayer, en lugar de hoy, que no podemos porque la profesora no vino.
si mi profesor de matemáticas estuviera enferma en este momento, habríamos tenido el examen. Pero esto sabe, pero entiende lo que quiere decir eso, ¿no? Que era necesario que estuviera enferma hoy para que ayer tuviéramos el examen. No creo que en español esto me tenga lógica. En español diríamos, si mi profesora de matemáticas estuviera enferma ahora, habríamos tenido el examen ayer. Si mi profesora estuviera enferma ahora, habríamos tenido el examen ayer. No tiene lógica, yo creo, ni siquiera en español. Eso fue lo que me hizo poner un negativo, que debían habérmelo dado, como dice Celia. Tenían que haberme dicho, en vez de be, not be, pero no lo hicieron. Pero es que si lo pongo afirmativo, repito, ¿cómo puede condicionar el hecho de que hoy esté enferma para que ayer lo hayamos hecho? No es condición ninguna, ayer lo hicimos y si se enfermó hoy no tengo ni que mencionarlo. If my math teacher wasn't or weren't, porque las dos se puede hacer, wasn't or weren't ill at the moment, we would have had a math test yesterday. Well, 4. If only, la otra manera de expresar deseo. If only. If only you, negative. Miren, aquí ves Celia, lo que me decía Celia, aquí dice not make. If only you, between parentheses, not make so much noise. Es como una queja típico de esto. Wouldn't make Alex, wouldn't make Jose, wouldn't make Gemma, and Celia wouldn't make. Yes, very good. Esa es la respuesta. If only you wouldn't make so much noise. Ven, es como una queja. Si al menos no hicieras tanto ruido. Oye, I can't concentrate on my studies, blah, 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 blah. 5. I wish I never live near the city center. It's such a long bus ride from here. Lived Gemma, lived Laura, lived Alex, and lived Celia and Jose. Yes, lived. 6. Where's Candice? I hope she, negative, not miss the train. Hasn't missed Gemma, doesn't miss Laura, and hasn't missed Alex, hasn't missed Celia. Yes, hasn't missed, never doesn't. Laura, es así, no. Si tú me dices didn't miss, todavía se puede aceptar, pero doesn't, no. Number 7. I wish you blank more clearly so I could understand you better. 7. What is your answer in 7? Would speak for Gemma, would speak for Celia, would speak for Alex, would speak for Jose, and nobody? Okay. Observe. If one student copy, I wish you spoke, I have to accept it. So here you have two possibilities. I wish you would speak, or I wish you spoke more clearly. Both are acceptable, but would speak is the ideal. Thank you. 8. I think this soup nicer if I'd use a bit less salt, don't you? Would have been Laura Diaz. Would be Gemma, would have been Celia, would have been Alex. Would have been Jose, very good. Would be. The answer is would be. I know that the logic is would have been because it's the third conditional. I had used, yes, but this is a conversation. Miren cómo termina. ¿No lo crees? Don't you? Estoy hablando con la persona en este momento y lo normal es decir, creo que la sopa o esta sopa estaría mucho mejor si tú hubieses usado un poquito menos de sal, ¿no crees? Como estoy preguntando, que dice que está aconteciendo ahora, la sopa ahora habría estado mejor, estaría mejor. Si no fuera por el don't you que me da la sensación de que estamos hablando en este momento y yo te estoy pidiendo tu opinión, sería lo que ustedes han dicho, la condicional 3 normal. Pero es un mixed conditional. Empieza con la segunda. I think the soup would be nicer if I'd used a bit less salt, don't you? Would be 9. I hope you blank your check before we go out to the restaurant. I hope you your check before you will change, Alex. Change lot of ideas and will change, Celia and Jose. Gemma will change and Jose will change. Okay, yes, lo normal es eso. I hope you will change your shirt before we go out to the restaurant. Es algo que vamos a hacer. Es el típico hope con will. 10. I know my mother wishes she had her when she was my age. Ya eso ocurrió cuando ella tenía mi edad. Had studied for Alex. Had studied for Celia. Has studied for Laura Diaz. Yes, Laura. Had studied, yes. Gemma had studied. Jose had studied. Yes, friends. Perfect. Had studied. 11. We blank to the cinema in time if there hadn't been so much traffic. What is 11 for you? We would have got for Alex, would have got for Laura Diaz, would have got for Gemma, would have got for Jose. And the answers are perfect. Would have got is the perfect answer. 12. If you blank more breakfast this morning, you wouldn't be feeling hungry now. Conditional 3. So had eaten for Alex, had eaten for Laura, had eaten for Gemma, had eaten for Celia, and for Jose, had eaten. Yes, if you had eaten more breakfast this morning, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's correct, friends. Now, let's see next exercise in the book. Exercise number 3, the most difficult, maybe, the most difficult exercise in the exam. This is use of English part 4 in your exams. You have to write something similar with limitations, minimum 2 words, maximum 5, etc. Let's see if you can do it. Let's try to do 1 and 2 because we don't have more time, right? Only 1 and 2. We are lost, blah, blah, blah. Magda only did blah, blah, blah. Only 1 and 2. When you finish number 2, send me a message, please. So Gemma finished, Jose finished, Alex finished. So listen to number 1. This time I'm going to give you the answers because of the time, right? We don't have much time, so I'm going to give you the answers and you check it with yours. If we hadn't left the map behind, we wouldn't be lost now. So in the blank, had not, or the contraction hadn't left. And in number 2, the correct answer is Magda wouldn't have done the work unless we had paid her in. Had paid her in advance. That is the answer of number 2. Check it out. And now the homework, friends. Next class, Monday, you have your exams. Mock test number 6. This is listening. And let me check it. Give me a second, please, because I don't want to give you incorrect informations. Let me have a look to your examination. You know, it's reading and use of English. Sorry, it's not listening. No listening. It's reading comprehension and use of English. So the only thing you can do in order to prepare for the exam is take all the use of English that you have in your books from Unit 1 to Unit 12, all the use of English exercises that you have in your workbooks from Unit 1 to Unit 12, and all the extra, the copies that you have about use of English, and study the mistakes and study the problems, analyze the problems. This is the only way of preparing for mock test 6. You know that you have to prepare for the speaking, but this is not on Monday. Remember, this is on Wednesday next week. And that's all for today, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much for your cooperation. See you on Monday for the exam. Good luck, friends. Bye-bye.